Imagine a man so disturbed that he committed crimes but also took advantage of women's bodies. Edward Theodore Gein, they called him Ed Gein, but he was also known as the Butcher of Plainfield, Wisconsin. Ed Gein's crimes shocked the world and left a legacy for people to make multiple movies and series about him. Knowing about him highlights the psychological issues in the world today. Some things I will be talking about will be Ed Gein's background, his crimes, and his psychological profile. From biography.com, I found that on 1906, August 27th, he was born in Wisconsin. He lived with his family, and he even kept the house up until they passed, or even like after they had passed. His father was a timid alcoholic. He had a very religious mother who would always preach about different things in their house, and she was ultimately the ruler of the house. He also had an older brother. His dad passed away first in 1940, and 4 years later, his brother passed away in a fire from working on their farm. And 1 year after that, in the late 1945, his mother had passed away. But they think that Ed may have killed his older brother after the investigations of what happened later in life. And they think they trace it back all the way first to killing his brother. From history.com, he was a serial killer. He would skin human corpses, and police even found headless people in his home. They found this headless and gutted body of a woman who was a missing store clerk. Upon further investigation, police discovered furniture, clothing, and even a suit made from human body parts and skin. He dug up graves who had recently died, and he told police that he did that because he thought they resembled his mother. He loved his mother. Investigators found 10 women in the house, but they only linked 2 people to be murdered by Ed Gein. In the house, as they were investigating, the house looked terrible. There was trash and everything that you could possibly find in a really dirty house, except when they went and found the mother and father's room, it was completely kept up and neat, like nothing had changed in there from when before his parents had passed. His psychological profile from Brenica.com, I found there was so much mentally wrong with him that he was deemed unfit to stand trial. So with that, they sent him to a mental hospital in Wisconsin. In 1968, they finally reevaluated him and deemed he was fit then to stand trial for his crimes. The judge ultimately found him very guilty of what he had done because they were so gruesome. After he was found guilty, they had sent him back to that same mental hospital in Wisconsin because he was such a danger and they didn't want to put him with other people in a prison. He died of cancer. He died of cancer in July of 1984. In conclusion, Ed Gein's crimes inspired many horror movies and made people so scared of what else was out there. Movies consisted of the movie Psycho and a series called Monster. Thank you for listening to my informational speech about Ed Gein.